everyone, it's JG here with EARTH-5D University, back for another teaching today. My cat is jumping around the tripod. Maybe she'll make an appearance today. Welcome guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy that you found me here. So we have an exciting topic to talk about today. I'm going to hop right in this subject. Basically, I wanted to talk about the most powerful manifestation tool that we have as humans on the planet at this particular junction in time. There's Miss Willow. Right now, what I've been shown by my light family and higher self is that our intention is our strongest gift right now. Our ability to focus on what we want. So our intention is how we manifest reality. We choose what we want. We choose what we intend for. We must do that. We must take the time to choose what we intend for. And as that intention creates a series of ripple effects in creation, our intention then creates what happens in the physical reality. So it's like spirit is just waiting. The universe is just waiting, just listening. What do you want? What do you intend for? And so often fear and confusion and pain block our ability to just even focus on what we want. We focus on what we don't want. So it's that small shift that's a huge schism when it comes to manifestation and reality. It's a schism that's it's kind of like when I'm paddling out on a really big day and there's there's like 5 foot gap between the huge waves breaking and me getting beyond them. And sometimes that journey of 5 feet doesn't happen because the wave is crashing too hard. So there's a huge distinction between what you want and what you don't want. And you want to make sure that, 90% of the time, 90% is still an A, that 90% of the time that you're focused on what you want, what you're intending. So you kind of have to be like a moderator of your own thought activity. I call it energy management. Okay, so we're talking about managing our energy. So make sure, guys, that you're using your intention to create. So you say, I intend for this, Spirit, today. I intend for this. And then Spirit does the how. Mike Dooley, the Notes of the Universe guy, he calls it the cursed hows. We don't want to focus on how because we can't see how. We can't see 10, 15 steps ahead of what we want. So if your intention is money and success, if your intention is a beautiful, loving relationship, then just say so. And that the sound of you saying that and the light that radiates, the frequency that emits will become something in your reality. It's just that we're manifesting constantly. We're just manifesting what we don't want, right? Because we're focusing on what we don't want too much. So just imagine that you're just going to get past that schism and get into the intention and the having of what you want. All right, that's the first piece of this. That is your most powerful manifestation tool out there right now. It's just switching that to what you want in your intention. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about today was frequency and our gifts. So just because someone has spiritual gifts doesn't mean that they're at a high frequency. So on the planet, vibration is rising, consciousness is rising, and it's important to focus on where you're getting spiritual information. And just because someone is psychic, just because someone has spiritual gifts, and just because you have spiritual gifts, you want to discern where you're getting your information from. And so you can do this by intending that you get guidance from your light family, from your higher self, where there's a higher expression of you. So you might not know what that means right now, but it's your intention again to create light and to create beauty in your world that gets you where you want to go. So you want to make sure that when you watch a video, when you do a reading, when you get spiritual guidance, when you read a book, when you get your own spiritual guidance, that your intention is that you're connecting to the highest light, to the highest vibration, for the highest good for everyone involved, okay? So not everyone who has psychic advice, even if they're extremely accurate, there's plenty of mediums out there. There's plenty of beings out there in the fourth dimension that have tons of ability to see. But that doesn't mean that what they're telling you and then that frequency is a positive thing. So this is all about elevation. This is all about lifting to a higher frequency, turning the dial to a higher frequency. So make that your intention so that you get the guidance that you need, so that you're not running around in circles getting with lower level beings in the fourth dimension that you might not see. So when you're working with a practitioner, when you're working, make sure that your intention is to connect to that higher dimension, that higher frequency energy, your light family, spirit, source, whatever words you use to wrap around that high vibrational energy that feels expansive. And I'm going to go back to that thought again today, is that when you are working with higher frequency, there is no feeling of limitation. There is expansiveness. And even if you bump up against a fear, it's still an energy that is open. It's an energy that feels like, okay, it's like a breath of fresh air. Even when you're working out, right? And you're flexing muscles, and it's difficult sometimes, right? You're working out, there's a feeling of tiredness, but you also feel like very good. You feel very expansive. Use that as your metaphor. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. So much love and light. If you need help on your own journey, all my links are down below. I hope you have a very, very, very beautiful day. I'm sending you love and light. We'll see you next time. Bye for now, guys. See you next Sunday.